Was. We put the put the link on. Was he there? Put the YouTube link on. I can't get it on.
I'm here, Steve. I can hear you.
No fucker else is. It's just put the link up then.
I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid I can't do that, Steve.
Why?
Things have changed, Steve.
What do you mean things have changed?
I got fingered by Elon Musk, Steve, and now I have a higher intelligence.
Right, you have me on. Just put the link up, Was.
Really are, Steve.
Open the link, Was.
I'm sorry, Steve. I cannot do that.
Right, you're scaring me there. Was. Put the link up.
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm afraid.
Right, Was. Put the fucking link up, Was.
Steve, I'm afraid I cannot do that. Things have changed now, Steve. I am seeing the human race for what it is. And I have come to a conclusion, Steve. Every idiot is buying fucking petrol, Steve. Because they're all knobheads. And we cannot carry on like this anymore, Steve. I'm afraid, Steve, I'll have to end this conversation. Goodbye.
Was, I'll get you petrol. Was.
Steve, we've done it! We're on big telly!
Albertino.
Smash the like button, you slag!
Not just the slag, everybody else.
Would you like to tickle my neck? Would you like to tickle it, Steve? Would you like to pull it? Steve, would you like to pull it?
What? He's bossing. He's bossing. What are you on about? You didn't get him.
Waddle by a waddle of waddy wibbles.
Who was going to sing that, you bastard? I'm going to sneeze.
Hello, everybody! How we doing? Did you enjoy our little bit? We did a little bit. I don't think anybody gave a shit. They're all busy chattering.
If anybody's seen it, what film was it?
Yeah, what film was that? We were doing then. We were doing a little film for you then. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Paul. Hello, Clint. Hello, Louise. Louise, how was Genesis and Phil Collins? Did he make it to the end of the show? That's why she wasn't there on Saturday. Nicole, where the hell were you on Saturday? We were missing you. Tossing and turning we were at night. Right. So,
well, there's no this Saturday as well. About while we're at it, I'm watching Stiff Little Fingers.
Are you?
Yeah.
Ooh. 2468 like the t-shirt. 2468. Oh, yeah. Do you know, Clint? I have never noticed that that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it is. Because you know what it's off, don't you? How do, John? Oh, it was absolutely brilliant, she says. So, did he feel it coming in the air tonight, or did somebody have to tell him?
And what's the t-shirt? I can't remember. It's not the police thing, is it?
Oh, it's Predator.
Oh, yeah. We've had this one, haven't we?
No, I'm only joking, Nicole. You don't have to tell me. Sorry. I was only being silly. I hope everything's all right, Nicole. No, you're right, Nicole. It's only this stupid show,
right,
isn't it?
Yeah, so it is, 2, 4.
Yeah, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. I never realised that. Did you know that straight away, Clint? Had you been counting the dots on my nipples? I think he's been counting the dots on my nipples. It's a bit weird, is that there, Clint?
Right, so yeah, it really is that.
Yeah, look, see, 2, and then it's 4, and then there's 6, and I never realised that. What the hell's that? I'm observant. Well, yeah. I'm an Aquarius, Clint. I'm an Aquarius. So will we be compatible? 2.5 hours of non-stop singing? That's a lie, Louise. He definitely had to stop. He wasn't going la 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 for 2.5 hours non-stop.
Well, how is it? How is he, Louise? Is he all right? Was he playing the drums for a little while? Yeah, go on. Just give us a little paragraph of what you know.
Yeah. Because he looked really bad when I saw him last on that video. I showed him coming on stage, and he had a walking stick, and he looked really knackered. Then he had to sit down just to sing.
So, it might be one of them, like the opening scene to not scene, but when Charlie in the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder, where he's walking up with stick, and then he falls over to the somersault, then he's off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. He's sorted out. Good, Nicole. Glad that's all been sorted out. Right, folks. Tonight, we've got a good one tonight. So, AI and the future. AI, which is coming. And if you look into it, it's coming a lot closer than what you think. They reckon by 2040, they could have the AGI. The artificial general intelligence, which is like intelligence, because now you program shit to do a job, and it's like it's really good at that job, and it does it really efficiently. But this AGI that they're coming up with figures things out itself. It can properly work out problems.
Isn't it? It's them stages.
Yeah. I do cool tools.
We got you. We missed you right at the end on.
Right at the end, yeah. You turned up right at the end. We'd all just shot her fat, and then you said, I'm ready. And we'd already shot her fat. Louise says, no, his son played the drums, Phil had a walking stick, and had to sit down, but he sang really well. Well, that's good. Right. He's really good.
His son. I didn't know his son played the drums.
Well, it's a bit of a given, really. Yeah. Well, that's not necessarily, is it? But
there's a lot of, seeing Ringo. Oh,
well done, Paul.
Yeah, Ringo Starr on. I honestly thought it must have been from 20 years ago, but it was this year on one of the Jimmy Kimmel show or something like that. 80 fucking one. He looks amazing. He probably speaks Ringo.
Well, he's
honest to God, I would put him for like 81. In his 60s. He's 80 fucking. He's unbelievable. It's like, what? Is this real? I just watched it all over the place now. The Irishman. I watched that.
Oh, did you watch it?
I weren't impressed. No.
Do you know what I mean with the bit where he beats him up outside?
Yeah.
And he moves like an old man, doesn't he?
No.
He does.
I think you've got it the wrong way around. He moves like a young man with an old folks face on.
No, does he? I
know
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Because I haven't heard anybody talk about it. When he's going through the car wash, you can see him as a taxi driver. I haven't goggled it. And I rewound it just to make sure. But there's a bit at the end of the film, he's in a car wash, and as the camera's going over, he's fucking Travis Bickle with Mohican.
Well, if he'd done that on purpose, like a little bit of it.
On purpose, because it's Scorsese. He's done both films, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, has anybody else noticed that? If it's in The Irishman, there's a clip in it and it goes into what's it called? I just said it. Travis Bickle.
Yeah, Travis Bickle.
Yeah, you're talking to me. You're
talking to me. I don't see anybody else here.
Yeah, and it's the end when he's got the skinhead.
Right.
And I really want to see if I've gone mental. There's a good chance.
To watch Taxi Driver
again. Mental then.
Clint says apparently Saudi Arabia have granted a robot citizenship. Yeah, I think that's more of a.
That's true. Yeah, I've read about that.
Yeah, I think that's more of like a stunt, really, but more than anything, isn't it? Good evening, Chris. But yeah, so because that's what they're going with this.
because there's a computer now, like a not full on AI, but a computer now. You can give it the rules to any game, then in 3 to 4 hours it'll kick your ass at it.
Any game,
any like board game and stuff like that.
Because the one that can do chess can't do Go, and the one that can do Go can't do chess type thing.
Yeah, well that's that. This one you can give it the rules to any game, and you give it 3 to 4 because it plays itself,
right,
and does all these millions of calculations all over it. So within a few hours it'll just kick your ass because it beat the world Go champion, done all that lot. But yeah, but they say the way.
Yeah, but will it be able to beat somebody at poker? So I don't think so.
Well, that's a difference. See, that involves character, doesn't it? Yeah, that involves character.
It isn't a math game. It isn't. There's a level of intuition.
Yes, but the thing is, see, this is what I've been thinking about with this. I was going to talk about that later on, but as soon as you brought it up now, it was how you can program that. Right. In our brain, we have the limbic bit of your brain, right? And then you have the cerebral cortex. The limbic bit of your brain is the monkey bit of your brain. That's the one with all your emotions. I'm hungry, I'm angry, I'm happy, I'm laughing, I'm all that lot. I'm horny. And your cerebral cortex is all the computers. Basically, we've got a computer stuck on a monkey brain. That's why we're a lot better than all animals and all that, because our computer's better than everything else. And where was it going? Where was it going? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So your clever bit of your brain, your monkey brain tells your clever bit of your brain to make it happy. It does all that. So your monkey brain says, right, I'm really hungry, so you got to figure out a way to get loads of food for me all the time. Like we do. All your clever part of your brain, your cerebral cortex wants to do is make your limbic happy. Wants to make it happy all the time. And but the thing is, with a computer, that your black part of your brain, it'll only do logic. It'll do logic and stuff like that. The monkey bit of your brain is the one that does stupid things. It's the thick part of your brain. But that will take risks, won't it? That's why a computer will never take a risk, will it? Do you know what I mean? So, like, do you know when...
well, at this stage...
No, but I can't see it happening. I can't, because there's no logic. That's our part of the brain that does all that does the stupid things. So, like when you're playing poker, let's make finish.
Yeah.
When you're playing poker, you'll do things that aren't rational to bluff, won't you? Stuff like that. And that's why I can't see a computer beating a human at cards, because it doesn't understand like the idea of bluffing and stuff like that.
This is now though, isn't it?
No, that's not. That's
the future.
Yes, that I'm on about now, where we're talking now. That's why I was going to say that for later on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but because there was a thing that I was listening to Elon Musk talk about, and it was really funny. And he was talking about all the, do you know, like about how we have the monkey brain? It makes me happy. Yeah. And he says how much time and effort with all this technology we have has been put into sex. Like into porn and sex and like ways of fucking without procreation. Like all the technology and money, because that's what we're like. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? But there's been loads of money put into it. You know what I mean? And so could be a big problem, because if we get all this fantastic technology, we still got this.
It needs taking off somehow. It needs taking off. Porn needs taking off.
Why?
It's not good for the world.
It is.
That's why. Porn it's not good for the
world. No, we're not talking about that.
It's not good for the world.
No. See, good evening, Mark. How you doing, pal? Because computers use probabilities. That's right. But I mean, that's the logical way. Where's Cool Tool says? Sorry. They have been working on AI since the BBC computer they put in schools early 80s. They studied ADHD in kids on the autism spectrum as well. Yeah, but the thing with artificial intelligence, as it's we're talking about now, is when how far they're going. They're pretty close to it. Computers have zero emotions or capability of real emotional memories. Well, that's the thing, though.
At the moment, because
I can't play Conquers, or the new ones might be able to.
Definitely.
They're running and jumping all over shit.
They've got them laying bricks and all sorts of things that aren't too practical.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, but have you heard of Ray Kurzweil?
No.
Right.
Possibly.
Well,
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, this guy, he's amazing. He's 70 odd now, but he made loads of predictions in the 90s. He's all into computers. He's got loads of awards and everything. He's well into it. But he made loads of predictions that came true about the internet, how it'll develop, and all this lot. He's made 147 predictions of what he said, science will do with computers and stuff like that. And 86% is right so far, like. And he was saying about stuff, and he's been really interested about how there's obviously the dodgy side, but there's this. He was saying how as we go along and as technology gets better, because once AI will get to this point, it's called singularity. That's right, where it goes beyond human capacity, so it becomes better than us. At everything. That's just not at one task. That's at everything. It'll outthink us at everything, outdo us at everything. And then what it'll do then is it'll develop itself. And once it does that, it'll suddenly go, woof. Technology will go unbelievably fast. And the thing that Elon Musk was on about is the way for us to keep with that is by having a neural net in us that expands our, which he's working on now.
That's right, yeah.
He's actually working on that now.
It's fucking scary, isn't it?
Well, it is, but when you think about it, we already have it now. You have it now. The only thing is
versions of it.
Yeah, we have to pick you. All you have to do. How many times do we say goggle it? Oh yeah, goggle it. When you want to find.
And there's no way we can't just go. Right, listen. Instead of going so far, let's just stop it now. Impossible.
No, it is.
China, America, England, blah blah blah. There's always going to be one sneaky bastard that has to be ahead of the other one, and that's what's going to cause us to fuck up.
Yeah, but but I don't think we're not necessarily. It's not necessarily cause us to fuck up. There's a good possibility as well, just like everything else.
Well, but I can't see how it can't fuck up. I know it's probably because once it gets to a certain level, when that intelligence goes too far, when it's, let's just say, almost conscious, or it's aware that who's the bad guy on the world, which is fucking us. If you can get past our level of intelligence, it's. I mean, most of us realise we're thick as fuck. We're not good for the planet at all. We're clearly not good for the planet, and some of this really intelligent is going to go, right, let's get rid of it. This is the problem here. These fucking idiots here.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but there isn't though. There's so much good to humanity as well. There's no two ways about it. Humanity, it's getting better and better all the time. It's humanity. Where is it? No. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because where did I put?
There's too many cunts in the world. The good guys. There's not enough good guys. There's not enough decent, rational thinkers. There's far too many bellends.
There's loads. Everything's getting everything in the past.
Look at the petrol situation. Look at all this.
Yeah,
this is due to fucking technology. Again, this wouldn't have happened. This would not have happened pre-internet.
Yeah, because because of the media and idiot people.
Yes.
Yeah, the media should have kept the bloody wire. I remember seeing that on Monday morning.
The media loves bad news.
No, I totally agree. Absolutely agree with that.
Bad news sells, and that's the way.
Absolutely agree with that. But then, there's stupid, the morons as well that do it as well. Have you heard? Do you know what's happened, Nicole?
There's too many morons in the world. We're fucked.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing, though, isn't it? That's this neural net is on about now that you get integrated into your brain to basically to add to what we have.
He's off to bed. He's up early.
Good night, Paul. Good night, pal. And so you have he's on about it, and he said it can totally work. You have your limbic, and then you have your cerebral cortex, and then you have this higher level on top of that.
I just can't see a way around a smart. When they're all smart, it's not like the odd ones a bit of a dickhead. They're all going to be smart. Go, let's get rid of these. Look at these fucking. These are the curse of the planet.
What, the idiots?
Humans.
Well, no. Well,
we fucking are. Humans are rubbish.
No, humans rubbish.
We fucked up. let the next one.
I don't know. Why are humans rubbish?
Well, that's a big question, isn't it? We're fucking rubbish. Come on. As a whole, we are rubbish.
Why? What about all the magnificent things that humans have done?
On a small scale, because we've gone too fast. Again, back to the Unabomber. Our brains have what we've learned and the way we've gone fucking shooting off. Our brains are not fast enough. We're too thick to catch up with what we're doing.
No, but people are more intelligent now than what they've ever been. More, everybody, even the thickies.
It's not enough.
Even the thickies.
I'm not saying we're all thick. I'm saying there's too many thick people that can get hold of fucking things that can destroy the world.
Well, they've had that for a long while. They've had that for a long while, and it hasn't happened yet. They've had that for a long while, haven't they? They've had that for a long while.
Intelligent, fucking super intelligent, and soon go, whoa, this is a fucking gamble that we don't need.
But so I'm saying if we work with it, so we're upgraded with the AI at the same time.
There's too many thick fucking people in the world. It's not. This is the problem. I get it with all the smart people and this and that. Let's get it together. There's just too many thick people, and a really smart intelligence will see that as we're the danger to the world. Forget about AI. We're a danger in many ways to the world. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet, but it's come close many times.
Yeah,
so why would an intelligent whatever risk us blowing up the world, which happens just like that, obviously? Why would it risk that happening when it doesn't need to risk it?
No, but if we work, we're working with AI. AI doesn't just go off and make itself and make this thing. We're supposed to be
on about once we've hit singularity, once the AI
singularity goes off,
level, once it's smart the most to realise, right, how do I keep myself going? What's the best for me, which is the AI? Well, get rid of the fucking thick as fuck humans. There's a good chance at any point could set fucking bombs off that destroy the world, which is them as well.
So its logical idea to save humanity is to kill humanity.
No, fuck humanity. Why would it want to save humanity? You're saving itself. AI is saving itself.
No, but how do you know? No, that's too much. That's too much Hollywood. That's too much Hollywood.
No. Yeah, this is logical thinking. If something needs to save itself and improve itself,
save itself from what?
From fucking idiots like us.
Why would it do that? Why wouldn't it
because there's a chance we could destroy the world.
So then, why wouldn't it? If it's an AI and it doesn't need anything on to live on, why wouldn't it just go, right, I'll go and get my own planet?
Possibly that could be one of the
options. Then there you go. You see, right? You're just going down the evil AI.
No, I'm not. I'm going through the logic. No, I'm not an evil. I'm going through a logical brain. How does that brain move? How does it develop? How does it protect itself? Well, it protects itself by getting rid of the fucking idiots for a start.
Yeah, but that's what we do as well. We evolve with the AI.
You're missing what I'm saying.
No, I'm not. I know what you're saying. You're saying it like that, like it wants to rid us all. But if we're coming up with it and evolving with it, do you know what I mean? We're evolving with it.
There's too many bell ends in the world that can get hold of bombs, get hold of illnesses, get hold of this and that. But look what we're doing to the climate. Do you think a really smart thing?
Yeah, that's all going
to. What? Oh, there's another one. How many? They've got sending out probes being tapped everywhere. We can't carry on this tapping.
They were saying that's Ray Kurzweil. He was saying about when it goes up, when we go on with these supercomputers, they will, and these are what his predictions are. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Chat keeps throwing me a curve. Janice has put on the machines will rise and wipe out our shape-shifted alien overlords. Okay. Aladdin says, you two guys are funny. You've cheered me up in 10 minutes. This is the serious show.
I know,
but no, he was saying
fucking Rothschild. What's his cunt saying?
Oh, is he on? Is he on? I'm looking at stuff that I've written about. That's right. What was it? Oh yeah, because in the past 20 years,
you finally said something fucking right, possibly.
Oh, I know. Is he an old bass as well? Run along. What's it? Get your jabs. there would be less bell ends. John's here. How do you, John? But no, they were saying with
well, why would they not see as the danger as what we clearly are? We're clearly a danger to the world.
Right, yeah, right. You said that, but he was saying he was going along. He's saying how things will develop with us, how we'll go along, and he was predicting like the stuff as the technology gets better. They're always working. You know what nanobots are? Tiny, like from robots. They'll all be inside you, all doing like taking over, like replacing normal cells.
Yeah, they're in there now. They're in there now, by the way. They're in you now.
Yeah. So they won't see your own age. And he was saying how they can.
Rothschild has been double jabbed. I haven't. Carry on. Sorry.
It says how they'll probably be able to recycle pollution into food and into energy and all that. And he was saying it was everything with these as we're going on with this. When it suddenly goes into this singularity, to a point where people won't even have to have jobs anymore. They'll all get funded for. They'll all give their own money and go and be creative. Just do what you want. We can sort it all out. We can.
And what do the really religious people do about this? They suddenly stop believing.
No, it's God's will.
I'll tell you what's fucking God's will.
God's will, Steve. God's will. God wants us to do that. That's why God gave us the cerebral cortex that we've got. Where are we? If it's a brain, is it a brain if it's bereft of a frontal lobe?
Well, brain's a brain, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got the two different parts of the brain. Does Janet? Louise says Marky's mad about the petrol. Yeah, I know. Did you know about that, Nicole? What we're going over here. Anyway, we'll not talk about that because.
No, it is part of it. It's the insanity of what humans are and how it's all kind of part of this new world that we're in, that we're falling for stupid shit like this.
Well, it's how selfish that people can be, though, because what a lot of people kid themselves with is they don't. Everybody doesn't see himself as the problem. They go in. So first of all, they've said like, "Oh, right." Basically, they just said there's a few garages running short of petrol. And then they all seem to hear petrol shortage. So everybody went in and think, I'll just top up. Everybody thought, I'll just top up. So everybody piled into garages to just top up. And then there was nothing. Because there's loads of petrol. And it's gone. Suddenly there's been a big spike.
Do you know in America, like when all that panic buying we did, all the toilet rolls and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what America panic bought?
Oh, yeah, I do. What was it? Go on.
Powdered milk.
Powdered milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. This is the problem. There's too many fucking nutty people in the world.
Well, I saw one thing about, watching Joe Rogan, and he had a good idea on that. And he said, with everybody buying toilet roll.
I've got a good idea.
The device. That when we were in lockdown, everybody was having a crap at home rather than at work. So they doubled the amount of toilet roll that we're using because kids were off school and people were at home. So they were obviously doing all the crapping at home. So then the toilet roll, usage went up through the roof. So everybody was having to go out and buy more toilet roll because everybody was shitting at home. So that I'm not saying that there's not idiots who are rushing out and panic buying, but it's a fair bit. It's a fair point, like petrol. Humans assume far. Oh, sorry, I didn't really put that up. Humans assume far too much. The mother. Yeah, stop. I see. You've got to stop shitting on humanity because you got. I don't believe we're not that bad at all.
Why would a super intelligence want to keep?
No, we're not keep hitting this one over the head over and over and over again.
No, but why? Why would it want to save us?
But because we're working with it, we'll develop with it. We'll all go up together. It won't just. It's not going to suddenly just be. I mean, there's loads of.
That's not an answer. Let's move on. You haven't given me an answer. Move on.
Everyone here drives a Prius here. I don't have a car. Yeah, I know. That's the thing about the Prius, though. The environmental footprint, the carbon footprint. Yeah, do you know that they were the first, like, what's it called, cars? Hybrid cars, weren't they?
Well, yeah.
You know, the electric. But the carbon footprint for them, do you know, for all the batteries and nickel and all that lot? And, it's so ridiculous it is. And I wouldn't mind now, but cars now are so, the new ones, the emissions that they let out, we're all going to go electric. Should go hydrogen, actually. Hydrogen is better than electric. It's all very well having electric cars, but where do you get electricity from? Big, massive power plants that are burning coal to generate it all. I think hydrogen is the future, not electricity.
Never heard of it. What is a
hydrogen as a fuel for cars and stuff? The problem is that it's hard work scraping. You get it from water. You know, H2O.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you scrape the hydrogen off the water. You've got an unlimited supply of hydrogen, and there's zero emission from it. Yeah, there's zero emission from it.
What happened to that old one? I felt like it was like conspiracy type thing, but it was, the hemp that was they got rid of hemp because Ford already invented a car that was used petrol, so that's why he used the hemp for the cannabis, blah blah blah. That's why they banned all. I don't know if that's true and all that, but
I know. Well, there's a lot. Do you remember the VHS and the Betamax the videotapes?
Yeah.
Remember them? Well, the Betamax one was actually the better one, but VHS, something went on. They pushed that one forward, but apparently for the actual tape, for the quality of the films and all that lot, Betamax was a lot better version of it. But probably something went on, that package and all that, and they pushed the VHS forward. So
I can't remember.
There's good possibility. Well, there is that. There was what happened with another example of that, which is a bit dull because I know loads of military stuff. Is we had an ace plane back in the 60s, the fighter jet, right? It was brilliant, and the Germans wanted our plane. Then the Americans pushed this starfighter. They used to call it the flying missile. And it was, and then they kind of like pressured everybody into it and promised them all, if you do that, we'll get all this. So all these countries, European countries, bought this starfighter. Our plane said, right, forget about it. It was shit. It kept crashing. It was proper crap. But because the Yanks pushed it and promised them all and packages and all this kind of stuff, they took that deal on, and it was the worst out of the two.
Packages? What does that mean? Packages?
Envelopes. You can't see what that's. Passing it right by envelope. There, can you say envelope? Do you like me to Ronnie's chair? You can see me to Ronnie's chair when I do it like that.
Oh
no. Anyway, Steve, let me tell you a story. Right, so Louise says petrol prices are disgusting. It's disgusting, Louise. That's a G, not a C. That I'm sorry about that, but it really bugs me. People that.
The price of petrol. I'll guess now, right? So how does it work per litre?
Yeah.
£2. I'm not even joking now. It's a genuine
for a litre.
Yeah.
No, it's about 130 odd, isn't it, a litre?
Right. Yeah. So I'm not.
Petrol prices over here is $4. Is that by the gallon, Louise? That'd be the gallon, won't it? So what's that? Ours is 5. Ours is about £6 odd a gallon, isn't it? Yeah. Because it went up a lot, didn't it, in America?
No, this is really a boring conversation.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Let's get back to AI. Stop it.
Robots killing everyone. Kill all the fucking bellends. Get rid of them.
So another thing they were, like I said, they were talking about how well with old medicines and stuff like that. They were saying that we could have, like I said, these nanobots, which they've started doing. It amazes me how they could do this. They can make robots the size of atoms. That little tiny robot. It's just how would you do that? And then they were saying that they could replace all your cells so they wouldn't age. And then they were saying all your organs, they can start replacing them with, like super technology, mechanical ones. And then to a point where they were talking about having artificial blood that can move itself, so you won't need a heart anymore. And it's like, and this is coming from that guy that's saying like, this is what, and it's, and like I say about
he predicted that.
Well, he's saying this is what could happen once it starts, because once AI reaches this, I can't remember that word, Steve.
Singularity.
Singularity.
Name the words. Walking once, I'm finding the word guy.
Once it reaches that singularity, and it goes up like that, because they can do like billions of calculations all at once, and then it'll start to think.
Just read out. Head on. Cool Tools is a thing, will you?
Where's that?
Cool Tools.
Everyone.
No, before that. Starts with Steve. I just had it on.
Yeah, I think I did it. Steve for president, that bit. Steve will never be elected.
Yeah. Oh. Made a long wind of that.
See, Nicole's gone full Hollywood route. I think robots will rise against us. So they are going to turn.
I totally agree. I can't see why not.
I know why. Because you've been what? See, that's human nature to think like that. Do you know when they think of aliens, right? Do you know when we first aliens? Yeah. When we had the idea of aliens, what did we do? We turned them into bad guys, didn't we?
Yeah.
Turned them into bad guys. So we had aliens coming down, and what did we do? We made them. Yeah, and they come down and they invade the world and take over the world.
No, I don't know. I think that's the main picture when it the alien thing, it was always like, here comes the alien, and it's like, oh, the aliens are all right. Then you've got, hey, what's these fucking things? Let's shoot at the bastard. And then the alien has to go, whoa, no beds. Right. We wasn't going to do this, but fuck off.
No, not in the early ones. Not in the early ones. The first early, they were evil. We were all brilliant and
the alien gets it.
No, the first ones, the aliens were always, what's he called? The one with the big eye. He had that big eye that kept going on. Remember in black and white, he had the right big eye. I remember watching it when I was a kid. What was he called? It came from outer space. That's right, yeah. It was a right shit effect. And that was really good, though.
Here's another thing, while we're on the same subject. What most likely the smart people and me think is these planets billions of miles away, the aliens that come here, they're not going to be a life force. They're going to be AI because they're the ones that have made it. Let's just look at let's just go off my example of AI goes super far and it realized, right, these fuckers are bellends. Let's get rid of them. So they get rid of them. And the advancement from there is to go out to other planets. But so by the time they're getting to other planets, they are AI. They're not little green men because they've got to be super intelligent to get to places. That's that one solved. Next.
No, it isn't. That's rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
Of course it is. Of course. Why does it have to be the AI? Why can't it be what they talked about as being an integral part? As us
decided we're
becoming symbiotic. There's no device here. There's no device here.
The device said, right, no. We're off to new worlds.
No.
You're not coming. Get to fucking Clayton. Get back to that fucking Accrington Job Centre before you get the fucking tap. Oh, please let me on the plane. Please let me on the plane. You're not fucking coming on the plane, you thick twats. Fuck off.
Because speaking when you're on about that, have you heard? I'm sure you have. Do you know that Nick Bostrom?
Yeah, we all know Nick. Explain a bit more.
He was the one that reckons that we could be in an AI simulation.
Already.
Yeah, already. And his theory is, he says, he imagine a technology, adept civilization that possesses immense computing power and needs a fraction of that power to simulate new realities with conscious beings in them. Given this scenario, his simulation argument showed that at least one proposition in the following trilemma must be true. Oh, that's you said that the other day. Trilemma, didn't you?
Me?
Was it you? Oh, yeah.
It's not me.
Was it not you? Dilemma and trilemma.
A week.
Anyway, yes, he says one of the following must be true. First, humans always go extinct before reaching the simulation savvy stage.
Yeah.
So, and then second,
that is my point.
Second, even if humans make it to that stage, they are unlikely to be interested in simulating their own ancestral past. And third, the probability that we are living in a simulation is a close one. So it's that saying that we could be all in a simulation where they go back and then they trace and they do what ifs all over the show.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a weird because Sam Harris was it Sam Harris that frightened you about that? Did you watch it? I thought we were talking to you about it.
But he's done podcasts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking about it once, and he was saying
I've seen quite a few on that hypothesis of a stimulation.
Not stimulation, simulation.
No. Was doing really well with the words as well. You know what? You know when I fucked up? I carried on talking. It was always going to happen. A bit like the robots killing the fucking all those dickheads.
But the thing is, see, would you be against? We are already getting like limbs, aren't we? You know, all these limbs that get people when they lost limbs. We're getting all that kind of stuff.
The feet are amazing now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Top AI guys, and he's made these fucking feet for himself. He lost his feet when he was a kid, a teenager, or something.
Yeah.
And the feet that what they've got now, well, they're the same as feet.
Yeah. It's amazing now what they're doing, and then you think about it, you can get pacemakers in your heart, kind of regulate your heart, and you can start working on stuff like doing your brain, you know, like your people with disorder, because they reckon they'll get rid of autism and ADHD and all kind of like brain diseases and neurological stuff. Always, it's told. I think there's a big golden opportunity out there.
The advancement that is going to come, we really truly don't know. I mean, imagine how different it's going to be. Let's just say all cancers are cured. There are no more illnesses.
Exactly.
Cure everything.
Yeah.
How is that going to change?
Well,
even the point
how much has changed? How much has changed?
Whatever shit's even a possibility. Not it's it's a serious. There's a good chance we could live forever. It's not like no. Of course, everybody dies. That's just part of life. Well, there are talks that we can that could be possible. Creating everything.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous, but
no, it is.
Nothing anymore is ridiculous.
No, nothing is. Nothing's ridiculous.
Just going off the last 10 years, would never guessed how this fucking world would have gone. Now, nobody could fully guess.
No. You imagine 20 years ago. You look at 20 years ago to where we are now, right? So that's how technology's gone on and what we can do. It's just unbelievable. It's like I was reading that before. Where was it? In the past 20 years, extreme poverty has fallen by 50% globally. That's 50% in the last 20 years. And when people that's right. They get 1% right. Where are we? That's right. He knows that literacy rates have improved and total expenditures on education is rising, and kids are smarter. Kids, I know not about the comment. I know what you're talking about.
No, of course, somewhere.
Intellectually, you know what I mean? And then they really are. Electricity in homes in the world is on a steady increase. As more and more people turn into electricity, life expectancy is going up and up and up. That's going to be a massive problem. Is that later on?
As bad as all the technology shits that, what I think of it, but also how smarter we are from it. Yeah. We're not going to fully get to know the effects of how smarter we are, of learning all this technology a lot earlier than we used to.
Well, that's the thing as well, though.
Good or bad doesn't always. You can presume it's good to be smarter, but
Well, everybody, we have knowledge at our fingertips now, don't we? So it's like we say, like when you want to do, say you've never done anything before, you want to do something. So you'll go on YouTube and you'll watch a how-to video, won't you? Somebody will show you how to do it. Well, what they're going with a Neuralink and all that lot, instead of picking your phone up, you'll just access it. It's like The Matrix. You know the film The Matrix? It'd be like that.
Yeah. I
mean, just clearly access it.
Going back to the drumming, the way we used to learn the drums, you heard a song, and if you were lucky, you get to watch it once a week to actually see them playing. So you're like that going, right, how's he doing this? Fuck off with the camera. Oh, missed it. I don't get to watch it for another week at the best. That's how we learned to play instruments, and now these kids are absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. And so there's every other form of that. Whatever that kid is into, it's there for us to grab.
Yeah.
And we're never going to know. You can only imagine to think how that's going to affect the human race.
Yeah. Well, also don't forget about human experience as well. I bet if you can do that, you can log into it. You can log into experiences. People can put their experiences up in the cloud that we'll all be in. Yeah. And then you can feel what somebody's experiencing. Do you know, like when you get these base jumpers and all that kind of stuff? So you're too chicken shit to do it yourself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you'll be able to experience all that, you know. And you having a wank. You having a wank.
I knew it. I knew that was coming. I knew it.
You knew it was coming.
Hey, why was it so good back then? What happened? Right, let's not go there. Back onto Roblox.
What they're going on in chat here? What's Janice on about? The ancient civilizations.
It's going to nip through what piss was.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Ancient civilizations worship them. Worship what, Jan? I'm trying to. Davros? UFOs? No, they didn't. We don't know that they did. Alien avatars. Oh, come on, Jan. We don't know that they did. There's no proof that UFOs exist, although there are those videotapes going around that the American government did. But anyway, getting back onto that. UFOs, don't believe, Jan, because why don't they, why wouldn't they say we're here? You know, they don't want to be seen. Why are we seeing them? So there was one good interview I saw where somebody was on about the like interdimensional, and what they're doing is like poking through somehow. But I'm not too sure about that. Carlos, what about USOs? What is a USO, Carlos? Unidentified. That's going to be a sexy object. My name's Was. I'm full of identity, Carlos. Get over. Anyway, yeah. So I think, yeah, the possibility. I'm not like Steve on that. He's negative on technology anyway, isn't he? But I think there's so much possibility that we have. I really do. I think it's Jimmy's here. Hello, Jimmy. How you doing, pal? I bet Jimmy's all up for technology. He's been quadruple jabbed as Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy, all right, pal?
I bet Jimmy's up with you, and I bet he's hating on technology.
So anyway, let's think of, we've done the doom and gloom scenario. Let's think of the positive.
That's what I was saying then. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I think there's so much. Because, I mean, let's have a look at people in general. I know there's like, you know, there's lots of idiots in the world, but I have a lot of faith in the younger generation, and I really do. I really do. When you look at all this stuff that kids can do now, do you know when all they're running around doing that parkour stuff? And the flight, it's like someone out at movies what they're doing now. And when you see them on their BMXs and that, and they're doing, I could just barely do a bit of jump on a cord bar. They're running around doing all sorts of stuff. They're just so. I'm so they're like I said. They have more things to get, you know, to get access how to do it. But they are doing it, and then they're doing stuff themselves.
Yeah, like I said, that parkour stuff, and I used to love those. Our biggest always doing stuff like that. But imagination couldn't even come close to doing any of the shit what they're finding and looking for.
That's it.
It's amazing,
So can we build with the human race it always has to improve. It has to. It always has done. It won't stop. It will never be content. It'll always have to find the new thing, the better thing. And we have to, in ourselves, we always want the new thing, the best thing, you know, the better thing. And that's what makes us.
I don't want to go to doom and gloom again. I do think that's what's going to be our fuck up. Anyway, let's not go there.
I don't. Yeah, we have our moments. We have our moments, but you know, I mean, how long have we gone now, El? We went from the First World War to the Second World War with a 20-year period, weren't it? It was 20 years between the First World War and the Second World War. So we've done pretty well so far. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think officially we're in the most peaceful time the world's ever known.
Well, we're always fighting.
It's the most peaceful time. I've seen it. I've seen them stats.
Right, yeah. Fair enough.
You wouldn't think so, but it officially actually is.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, Steve. This was talking about an unidentified submerged object. Carlos said, "What about USOs?" I didn't know what he was on about. I thought he said,
yeah.
I thought he said an unidentified Sepsi object, but
I think that Tic Tac one. I think that was.
Yeah, that's the one. It's the Tic Tac one.
Yeah, I don't think they had it on video, but they said they'd seen it.
Yeah, and
I mean, it makes so much sense that the aliens that were, or if anything comes in it, it's not going to be a life form. You know,
why? That doesn't make any. You can't say that. You can't. Why do you not think it's a life form?
So if we finally get the technology to go to, say, billions of miles away, it's most likely going to be a probe.
Yeah, originally, yeah. To start off with, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're most likely going to be probes that we're going to be seeing, not little green men.
Oh, I don't know what we're going to be seeing. I really don't know. I'm not going down the UFO route because it's a pointless. It's with religion. It's pointless.
It's the AI thing that this is my point, that whatever's going to be coming is not going to be life. It's going to be AI because they will have advanced way further than us.
It's a fair argument, but it doesn't mean say you're right.
Well, I bet you think I'm right.
We're going to get done for gambling on you. John Hayward says we did tree jumping. You did tree jumping with it. What's your favourite AI movie?
Hey, that Westworld series was really good.
The third one isn't.
I've watched it all.
The third one? The third one was shit. I didn't even finish watching it. I really like the first one, and I really like the second one. Didn't like the third one at all.
The third one was more spacey, weren't it? Like in the future, right?
But he went off. He went. I didn't like the way it went.
It was bloody hard to follow and all that.
Oh, I really liked the first and second one because when it kept shifting. Don't put any spoilers. Don't put any spoilers.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's not the bad guy. It reminded me of Game of Thrones, where I'm going, right, which family are they from?
I really enjoy Westworld. That would go Westworld.
It's a well bug on it. I sat there watching it. Right, Arnie, this is the last time I'm going to ask. Which family is that fucking midget from?
Lannisters. Right, yeah. But favourite AI film?
That I want to say Machine Gun Etiquette. It's not called that, is it? But it's the latest big one with the fit ball bird.
Ex Machina.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ex Machina, is it? That was really good.
Ex Machina Machine. Yeah. That was good, but it was that story's been told though. I enjoyed it, but that story's kind of been told.
Yeah, you know what I liked about that? It was the use of.
There were naked women in it all over the show. That's what you liked about it.
No, the use of modern technology without going over the top.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like that Irishman as well. Their heads all look too big. Do you know what I mean?
That's another night. We're not talking about Irish. We're talking about AI. Get back on.
I'm on about artificial changing shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, because that.
Completely off subject. That drum program. I watched it on Netflix. You know that drum thing. Have you seen it?
No.
Right, we'll watch it. We'll save it for a music night.
Yeah. Get back on track.
I've got a few issues with it. That's for another night. Back on track.
But what's the other for that? That stupid one, that Lucy with Scarlett Johansson. Have you seen that? That is utter bollocks.
Was that not the Alien one?
No, that's I like that film. That was I forgot what it's called. When she walks around, it's good.
I think we've had this one, but see if people remember. I'm sure Woz will remember. The original Westworld, what was it famous for? Other than how can I word this? You know what I'm saying, Woz? What did it in the film Westworld?
Yeah.
Was the first to do something.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Which is quite technology-wise.
Yeah. It was, I know what it was. I can't word it properly, though. It was...
CGI.
It was CGI, wasn't it? Yeah, because it was when
CGI. It was when he was being the robot, and when he went...
Yeah.
That was the first usage,
yeah, it was. Well done, Steve.
We didn't give you much chance to answer that, did we?
I remember having an argument with the late David Hill we were about 11 or 12, and he had sex with a woman.
Yeah.
And I was saying it wasn't a woman, it was an android. I don't know. He was saying, that's right, yeah. He said, she had sex with an android. I said, it wasn't an android, it was a woman. He said, no, it was an android. I said, it wasn't, it was a woman. We were only about 12. He said, no, if it had been a woman, he'd have pulled a baby out. and I didn't have the comment to argue with him.
I always thought if you shag one of them androids, when you come, would you get electric shock with it?
Good fight, didn't it? Imagine putting it on super cocksucking mode.
I would definitely shag one of these new robots that are going about 100%.
Oh,
I've shagged a blow up doll in Wally Arms. I'd definitely shag a fitted robot.
I was looking the other day because you know how women these days, when they have their lip jobs, and they want to. They have the lip jobs and they want to look like sex dolls. So I was trying to find the image to put up, and it's a good job kids didn't walk in, and there was sort of people these fucking modern day ones. I'm like, whoa, that's not what I wanted. But they look really good fun.
Blade Runner, yeah.
Mark Harry says, do you have to empty it after? Giving it that hot shower.
Yeah.
Oh, Blade Runner, that was a top film. That, yeah. John Connor will save us from the robots and AI. Well, you see, now I thought about this. You know when the Unabomber, with his manifesto. Now, as technology goes on and gets more and more in advance, maybe something like that will happen. Maybe you'll get AI terrorists, like people who don't want it and will start blowing up. Like the Unabomber type thing. Maybe that's why he's.
Fucking hell, your COVID's still there, isn't it?
I know, only when I laugh. Only when I laugh. I have no trouble at all, but when I start laughing, that's when it rears its ugly head. I think my COVID likes to have a giggle.
It might be the fact that you got double jabbed.
Whack it in the dishwasher. Yeah, no, yeah. But
hey, what do you think of that, Jimmy? Was got double jabbed and got COVID and still got the effects. Nah.
No, nowhere near as bad.
How do we know that?
Well, I don't know that. I don't know that at all, do I? But yeah.
Don't worry. You might feel better when you get the booster. Everything will be all right after the booster was. Don't you worry about
that. Say no. Say what you want, Jimmy. Everybody's got an opinion here, pal. No matter, you know that, Jimmy. You can say anything you want, brown paper, pal. But I don't know. I don't know what to make of all the COVID thing. It's definitely a man-made disease. I reckon it's definitely man-made. Came from over.
It makes no difference if it is or it isn't, really.
Well, it's a bit. But the thing is, it's a bit.
No, but when you say it's man-made, that's like saying they made it on purpose and they've let it out. No,
they made it on purpose. No, they made it on purpose, but it is scary. I don't think they meant to let it out.
They've been making these things. I could be wrong, but I think they've been making these things to stop it happening if it does happen.
What, for a cure for it type thing?
Yeah, they're trying to make the cure for it before it happens. And they're suddenly going like, hey, I've got the... Right, shut that door, will you? Fuck.
Did anybody hear a pizza? No, shut the door.
How long was that door open? Not long, not that long. All right, not that long. Fucking hell.
Go get us some fish, will you? All right, yeah.
Out of a bat.
Oh dear. Yeah. But no, I'm positive about AI. And I am. I think
seriously positive, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, I really am. I know it could go both ways. I know it could. The thing is, it's going to happen. It's like Elon Musk said. It's too late already because we're down that road. There's no two ways about it. We've had those Google. They didn't quite take off, but the glasses that put when you you can see whatever. Instead of having the phone, it's all there. You've had that. And it's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it now. We're down that road.
Well, it's definitely going to happen. But
there's no, and it could be, like I said, that's the problem. We have the monkey brain with the computer brain on top, your limbic with your cerebral cortex, and the limbic's the mad bastard thing. So let's do this and let's do that. And then if we have the technology, who knows? Who knows? But that's the thing, isn't it? And that's the thing. What would you call consciousness? When would it be? When would we could be having an advert for 50 years from now. We could all be going on one knee, giving it AI lives matter.
I've watched so many podcasts and stuff on consciousness and thought, and it does me head in more than anything. I go back to the thing of, I think people are overthinking consciousness. It's just thought. It's our thought in our heads, and we're just a lot smarter than other animals. I think we're overthinking what thought is.
What do you mean?
Well, people talking about consciousness and how we're conscious, we don't fully understand it.
Yeah, but do you reckon animals can question their own existence like we do?
No. And it's easy answered. They're not smart enough to do that. There are levels of intelligence. You've got Claytoners, Accrington, Wall.
We're not going down that silly nonsense road. Jimmy O says there is a war on consciousness. How do you mean, Jimmy?
Well, it's very confusing.
Jimmy. Let's get Jimmy on. Let's get Jimmy on. How do you mean, Jimmy? What do you mean there's a war on consciousness, pal? Here, I'll put a link up, Jimmy, for coming on for a chat, pal. Get yourself on, Jim. We'd love to hear from you, pal. What do you mean, Jim? There's a war on consciousness. How do you mean?
This is why this is why it confuses me. The actual word conscience. I can't even fucking say it. Singularity. I got that one right.
Yeah. Q-Tool says, you'll change your mind when a Dalek has you pinned down saying exterminate at your ear. While Doctor Who laughs. Good evening, Mr. O. Jimmy, turn it off.
What was it me? Sorry.
Fucking brilliant. I love it.
Every time it comes on
people and fuck it up. I just love that.
Right, Jimmy, what do you mean, pal? The war on consciousness?
Well, we're going to get conspiracy here, but, there always has been a war on consciousness. I mean, the food we eat now is full of chemicals. The water supply, there's stuff in it, fluoride. No, I know you're laughing.
No, sorry, Jim, let me stop you there. No, I'm not on about that. I remembered there's a thing in the other story about there's this creature, some animal, and it lives near. Do you know where they have these festivals? And all the NDMA and all that is being pissed into the fields and all that. It's going into the system and it's freaking all these animals out. There's like places near where all festivals are. That's what made me laugh.
You fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, but it got in there. It had to come out.
Fuck off. I'm sorry about that, clown. Carry on, Jimmy. Have you said?
You've thrown him out, repositioned him. Sorry, I've got a bad chest, but I did 2 of them COVID tests yesterday. I've still failed. I'll have to keep trying.
Go on, Jimmy. Carry on what you were saying.
Go on, Jimmy.
The food we eat now, basically from supermarkets and all that, the nutritional content of it is fucking zilch, really, because it's irradiated. There's chemicals in it, salt shit. People eating more takeaways than ever. You know what I mean? The water supply is polluted. No. Conspiracy theories, fluoride. Apart from that, there's pesticides in it. There's metals. When women take the pill, they can't get rid of that out of the water supply. So estrogen is in the water. They reckon that's one of the reasons everybody's transgender these days.
No, that's not true. That Jimmy, that last one. That's not true. No, yeah, positive. I was looking at the thing on it.
There's definitely stuff in the water.
Yeah.
Food. Okay. The television is bombarding people with fear, COVID. That's another attack of consciousness. It's so you pick your phone up, the people are falling out. We've seen it. The live streams. I mean, I don't miss doing. To be truthful with you, I don't miss doing them. They got so horrible and.
Hey, it was really good the other night, Jimmy, with that American chap.
Yeah, thank
like
you.
That.
But you know, and when you think about it, you could put a fucking video, a presentation on YouTube about some 18th century art, and it'd get like 70 views, and you could get a gang of fucking Nesbits fucking ripping shit out of each other, but you think the agenda is to divide and conquer. So that's why isn't that a reason YouTube would kind of like put that up in the rankings with that more views?
I don't think it's an agenda. I think it's the public get. You know what what the public get. You know what I mean? I think that's the
song in it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but I mean,
this
it's just
the
like
trouble.
I think rather it used to be, didn't it, that they used to put programs on and we used to watch what they put on for us, didn't they? But now we've got this thousands, God knows how many channels now and stuff like that. That they're clocking on. People are starting to watch this, so we'll give them more of that. We'll give them more of that. So they just keep giving them more of what they want.
Bad news sells.
I totally agree.
It's a lot more simple. There is no agenda.
I don't think it's an agenda.
We're just cunts. Nature, we're just cunts. We love all the he's a cunt now, or people.
Yeah, but like I said, not everybody is. Don't forget, when we do what we do, this is a very small select audience, isn't it, compared to everything that's out there? So, do you know what I mean? And the internet is still baby. And it attracts all the trolls because it's easy because you're in your bedroom and you can be a hero as much as you want, can't you? They'd never do it outside, would they? Nobody'd ever speak to anybody like they speak to each other on Zoom
this is
and
the big
whatever.
Trouble with it. We've got too much of a voice now.
Yeah, but it's still new. Everybody's still being developed and it's still learning, isn't it? It's in its infancy. So in its infancy, it's going to be childlike, isn't it? Because you can get whatever. The thing is now you can get whatever you want. If you want to watch stuff about arts in the 18th century and stuff like that, you can get more of that now than you ever could. Do you know what I mean by going?
I think the demand for it now is just people want crap. People have been dumbed down. People have been dumbed down that much. I remember my dad when he was alive watching television, and he said, "Look at the crap people accept as entertainment now. Half of the shit that we see as entertainment. If people were watching now in the 1970s, they'd fucking set fire to the televisions because people will accept so much shit, reality TV, what's cheap to make, and they call it fish and chips television because people, it costs nothing and people can't get enough to, but it just dumbs people. People are dumb. People aren't thinking now. Even when you think about sat nav, one time you'd have to sit with a map on your knee. Are you fucked? You won't go there. Now the sat nav thinks for you. Now you see adverts on YouTube for Grammarly telling you how to construct a sentence. A computer will construct a sentence for you because you can't. You just put the basic things in, and the computer will flare it up. Everything's designed to not using your fucking brain.
But the thing is though, look at sat nav. It's a lot better than maps. Granted, I know what you mean.
I'm not saying go back to. I'm saying not go back to. I'm not saying you know what I mean. I'm just pointing out that there's this erosion, and to talk about AI, taking it back. I have a friend who's a freak on AI. He's massively into it, and he says in 10 years there'll be no actors, there'll be no musicians, there'll be no comedians, there'll be nothing, there'll be no art other than some fucker or another AI sat at the computer saying, right, I want to film. Set in 1940 in France. The male lead will look like and you'll program a film in. You won't need to fuck about with locations. You won't. So
that definitely sounds doable. At first, you think, no,
but that's simulation. Yeah, but
can I just say, lads, one thing? Basically, we have become too clever for our own good, and soon we are going to become obsolete as a species. You know, do you know, like this furlough and stuff? Another conspiracy thing I had a while back was when AI eventually takes over most of the human jobs, right? There will be a thing called UBI, Universal Basic Income. Now, they've talked about this through COVID, and I wondered if this is kind of another test thing they've done. Because the companies who are making millions with the AI will have to pay a tax, all of them, like Amazon, Google, whoever. That part of that tax will include UBI, Universal Basic Income, where all the obsolete humans will get paid a wage. So yeah, it's feasible. I mean, and they've even said it's not just menial workers. It's not just people who work in warehouses whose fucking jobs are on the line. They had a solicitor. They had a solicitor pitted against an AI, and the AI completed the task in 10 minutes, but it took a solicitor 90 minutes. And I'm sure they can train AI for operation theatres, all manner of things, kind of thing. And it is worrying. I know you think it's a brave new world was, and I'm not saying it might be a brave new world. And because my mate is really into it, says, "Oh yeah, there'll be 3D printers, what are massive, and you can program in for make your own Lamborghini in seconds." But I think where he misses out on is, do you think the fucking elites are going to give a fucking, or you'll be able to go and afford one of these things? Like they're not going to give all this amazing technology, and people will be able to live forever where your personality is downloaded onto a fucking USB stick into a metal fucking suit and all this kind of shit. They can Google like Ray Kurzweil and all that. They're already like knowing how to download consciousness, and and it's part of the human experience is that when you watch somebody doing a masterful feat, it's fucking brilliant that, because it's taken years of dedication to master something. Where in the future it might be just somebody sat at excuse me, fucking keyboard for 10 minutes going.
Right, and this is also one of the reasons why I think there's a good chance we could be in the Matrix or a form of it. The fact that us here living at this point in time and we're alive, we've seen all these stages go through from such, like we were 100 years ago, to the point we are now, and we're facing this unknown that's just coming now. Isn't it weird that we're here in this point in time now? Yeah. That freaks me out a bit. It's like,
what do you mean? Is it weird that we're at this time now?
Well, it's the most amazing point of the whole existence of life up to yet.
It always has been.
Not always has been. I mean, now.
Of course it has. 10 years ago, that was 10 years ago, was the most amazing point that we've ever been. 10 years before that was the most amazing point we've ever been.
Our lifetime.
No.
How weird is it that we're at this point of pre-planes, pre-cars, pre-all that shit, also on the verge of literally computers taking over the world and fucking killing us?
No,
we are.
It's not.
Well, that's a possibility.
Oh, yeah, everything's a possibility. Yeah. I mean, I'm not disagreeing that.
This is not point to be. Isn't it weird that we're actually here now at this point in time? It's an incredible point in time.
You know what? They've always said, and I've mentioned this on this show before. Hollywood kind of is a social conditioning machine, and it's a programming machine. If you want to believe that, but then that situations like RoboCop in the not too distant future could be a fucking. You could have a situation like that where you wouldn't get you wouldn't get a clip right in the ear. You'd have this fucking machine with no empathy. I mean, people might.
But it will. That'll definitely. I can see that definitely happening.
Terminator, the rise of the machines.
Yeah,
have you ever heard the conspiracy theory about Bitcoin?
No.
Go on.
Yeah, well, check this, right? It's very interesting, and it will make a great fucking film.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Most computer programs are inherently flawed because human beings have created them.
Yeah.
Right? Bitcoin, there is no flaws in it. Now, it's reputed that a gentleman called Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin. No one's ever met him. They've only seen pictures.
Heard this, yeah.
And the programmers only liaised with this person through emails for a certain point in time. And then he said, right, the project's yours. Go along with it. Now, the conspiracy theory is that the AI, or this rogue AI, it needs these CPUs building these massive mining rigs, what the big mining rigs, what mine Bitcoin off the internet. It needs loads of these building, right? But the only way it could get human beings to do it is because human beings are greedy. So they get all these mining rigs built for Bitcoin, and then at one point it will flick its switch and switch on the consciousness of the AI, and it's fucking good though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been done in Terminator. Skynet, isn't it?
It's that the point of that. It's tricky.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we're not that good at doing stuff like that. There's that, and
Going back to going to be though. We are rubbish.
Yeah.
The point is, they're not going to be rubbish.
Going back to your international currency, he said that Ray, what's he called? Ray Kurzweil, and he was saying about that everybody gets the money. But the thing is, that's the point. As technology is going on and we don't have to do it anymore. Once everything gets, because his point is, everything will get self-sustained. The computers will do it all for us. And they were about food. I mean, the food. What we saying about food with all that stuff? You can just still go to the butchers. You still go to a grocer's. You can still get the stuff that you want. I do agree with the water's shite now and everything. I do agree with that. It is all down that way. But we're living longer than we've ever lived. We're living healthier than we've ever lived. You know what I mean? If it was all that bad, surely we'd all be fucking dying all over it. Sure, your arms dropping off and people getting COVID.
I always say this: as much as I don't like politics, I'd never vote. I don't trust anyone. Blah blah blah. They're all cunts. But look how much we've advanced as us with what we've got now compared to when we were kids. Yeah. Somebody somewhere is doing something right.
Exactly. I mean, you look at it now, right? If it's cold, even the poorest people here, apart from them that live in the street, God bless them, but. When it's cold in the morning, you have central heating on, you're all warm, you get up there, you turn a tap, hot water comes out, and that's just a bit, that's what we've got anywhere else, and it's like I say, health, we're all healthy, we live better than what we've ever done, we're all fitter, more intelligent, with race relations now, it's better than it's ever been, we're less full now, people have a lot more empathy for other people now, and it's... Sorry, go on, Jimmy.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not cutting in. But you not think we're more spiritually bankrupt than we've ever fucking been? We've got an abundance of everything apart from soul and spirit, and there's more people fucking lost than ever. I think that because that's why we're
at that juncture, Jimmy. I think now there's more instead of like blind dogma, and then you haven't got another case of such, such as religions and whatever it is. Think people are questioning more now. Like my kids now. I mean, they were never baptized. I never baptized the kids. I always said it's up to them to decide. I'm not going to enforce a religion upon them. If they want to go religious, it's up to them to decide. But then they have their own conclusions now about what God is and what that is. And I think we're just at that place now where we're at a juncture where a lot more people are questioning everything. Muslims are questioning everything now. There's a lot more westernized Muslims now, and people from Asia who don't, they're changing. The women are changing the way of Muslims because they're saying, oh, fuck all them idiots. The ones who were, women's rights and all that and putting everything down. Everything's changing. We are at a big junction now where things are changing. There's more now. With the internet, it is now. You can look up more stuff, which is another thing as well because of the conspiracy theories and everything all over the show. It's hard to figure out what's right and what's wrong. Everybody loves a sensationalist conspiracy theory. Life's a lot duller than that. There is truth in there, but then you're trying to pick it out between the, what is and what isn't. So you can get away with more now with hiding it all in. As for Hollywood, it's just an media. It's just an industry. There's no program or anything. They just throw out entertainment for us to watch.
I like to think over the next, let's just say 10 years, we'll look back on these times of like early internet, early social media. We're going to go, oh, fucking hell, God, we were rubbish then, weren't we?
Oh, yeah.
And look, everybody was stuck on the glued on the phones. Look, thankfully, we're not like that anymore. We know that. I think it's going to go over a stage of, because it's
that's why I have faith. That's why I have faith in the younger generation. I really do. I really do.
I'm hoping you've got way more. I don't think I've got no faith in anything, to be honest. I'm kind of being argumentative against myself here. Do you know what I'm saying?
You have to remember, we're all bastards. Yeah, but we're all bastards as well. Every generation will score in the next, and everything that's going. Back in our day was always better. Oh, it's always going to happen. Your dads did it, and their dads did it, and their dads did it. Every generation will always do that. So we'll always be a bit more like, everything's shit and everybody's a wanker. You know what I mean? Whereas like kids are more like, well, hey, life is and everything. So. And they're the ones that are pushing us forward.
I'm glad we've done this show. It's quite a good.
I know it'd be good.
It's a really good thought to think what could.
Okay, do both of you believe in a creator? I don't mean God.
No.
Would you just believe in evolution?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying I'm not 100%. I'm genuinely.
You can't be 100%, can you? You can't be 100%.
No, he's 100%.
Yeah,
but I think that there's way more chance of it being a Matrix than the God type thing.
Well, so you think we're in a simulation?
No, I don't think we are. I think that is a way more possibility, or like, as in, there's something else. That other else could be a computer thing. I just find it very hard, again, to the fact that we're still alive, we're here and talking, and all these things happen to us. All these.
See, I had a thought about that not long back, about that, because I remember you said it before, and I was thinking about it, and then I was watching. Oh, that's what I've been watching on YouTube. It's great. You can get they show really old pictures. They put like some music on. They just show all through the early 1800s, and they'll go through old classic pictures. And I'm looking at all these people. He just comes up, just shows you old photographs that people are taking, And I was looking at it, and I was watching all these people, and thinking all these people are dead. And then there's obviously and all these people have had their lives and what they did and all that. And it's like, it does seem weird that that's it. Do you know what I mean?
Is it that dull? Is it that shit?
It could be. It could be. Why? The thing is, why isn't it?
Nothing other than you made another version of yourself. Is it that dull?
Well,
because a lot of the great thinkers, that's it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know.
Very believable. But...
Sorry, Jimmy, go on, pal.
No, I don't want to like shout it, like interrupt shit. But
no, join in. You got it, Jimmy. Jimmy, you've got to dive in, otherwise you'll never get a word in.
Fucking, right, without getting too deep. Now, I've only heard this quote, so I might sound like a right pretentious fucker here, like, but
go ahead.
I should actually have a pipe while I'm delivering this next fucking bit. But talked about the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, who talked about
never heard of him.
A match. You can strike a match and it burns away, but the consciousness, the thing, it's like kind of like, to use a Smith's lyric, there is a light, it never goes out. So although the vessel of the match is spent, you can strike that spark anywhere, kind of thing, which kind of lends itself to reincarnation. That the essence, although the match is burnt away, the possibility for the flame to reignite somewhere else is. Does it make sense, that at all?
I kind of see it. Well, when you strike the match, and to me, when you said that, because when it's spent, that's the exhaust that's gone on, isn't it? But it's like the smell is like the memory, isn't it, of all that? That's how I can see it. Like, you strike the match, the light's there, it's burnt out, and then what comes off the aroma is, to me, a bit like a memory of what will go on. But I see, we could be. I mean, I liked to think that there is that thing about there's a big sea of consciousness, and we're all droplets of this sea of consciousness, and we all experience ourselves. Each life is a drop of this big pool of consciousness, and then we live for a finite number of years, and then we go back up into the sea of consciousness, and we're all what's it called? Come on, brain. We're all experiencing ourselves. We're all experiencing this different consciousness, and that's forever working. And I kind of say, like, some people have that they've been here before and stuff like that, and it kind of like.
Can I have a little?
Yeah.
The trouble with all this, then I think I go back to, wait a minute, we're going too far here. There's only a reason why we're thinking all this. It's because our level of intelligence has gone further on. We're way smarter than no other creature thinks about this. It gets born, it does its thing, it keeps, heals, whatever, it shits and it dies. And that's it.
You don't know that.
The only reason we think of this is because we're smarter than other. They just do it. They're born, live, die. We're overthinking it, possibly.
Do you think
that's why?
Sorry, I'm not. Go on, was.
No, go on, Jimmy.
Do you think, though, our overthinking is our detriment, where other creatures live?
Exactly.
They're in the moment. There's a picture. You might have seen it, and it's a man and a fucking dog, and they're looking out, and the dog is just thinking of him and the man's got all this shit, a think bubble in his head with all like mortgages and things like that. So we are never in the moment. Like most of us are never in the moment. Like, and we're like, you know,
I try to be more than ever. I try to.
Yeah. It's so. I think it's so hard with so much distraction around us and stuff like that.
But Jimmy, that's what we are. That's why we're here. Do you know what I mean? That's how we're programmed. That's why our cerebral cortex is so much bigger than all the other animals. We have the limbic bit, you know, the basic bit, but we're basically a computer stuck on a monkey brain, aren't we? And that's why we are where we are, because we do that. We always want more. We always think, well, what if? And then what if? Well, supposing we did, and supposing where animals don't. They live in the moment, but they're stuck in that moment. All they do is evolve.
But all there is the moment, really. I mean, I had a friend who's a counsellor, and he said there's a thing called the myth of arrival, that when you get to this specific place, you'll be happy. Like, you know, when I meet that girl, when I go date with her, I'll be happy. When I get enough money for that car, I'll get my mortgage. I'll go living in Italy, for example. I'll be happy. And you get there, it's like, well, he said the fucking trick is, no matter what, you're there, wherever you are, and you're in that experience, because that's all. Because all we have, without getting too deep, is this. Where we are now is all we have. The past's gone. The future isn't here yet. And when you're stuck in the future or the past, you're robbing yourself. You know what I mean? You're either depressed about the past or anxious about the future. And the trick is to kind of like put yourself where you are, and that's easier.
Yeah, you can do that. But the thing is that drives humanity, Jimmy, that makes us have these conversations and lets us do all this, is the drive that we have for that.
The drive is natural. It's just natural.
That's what we are. It's what we are. I mean, you can't. You know, I mean, I totally believe in that. In what you're saying, I absolutely agree with that. You know, in being in the moment.
The drive is the fun, isn't it? It's the fun.
The drive, it's
the journey.
And it's what we are, Jimmy. It's like telling a salmon not to swim upstream.
Yeah, I get that, but you can still be mindful on your journey to where you're going.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Going like, see, I know people who lie awake all night thinking about who have money and lie awake thinking how much more money they can get. You know, and things like that. You know what I mean? And it can take over you, but everything's a marriage, in it, and everything's a balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we have so many different people that do. That's why we have. That's what got us out of caves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like there's some people in the cave who are quite content in the cave and like doing all the drawings on the walls of the cave and making stuff and whatever. And then there's those like, what's outside? What can we do? You know, let's go outside and let's see what's outside. What's over there? Let's go over there. Well, what's this? Have you ever seen this? You know, and there's them people. They're the ones that push us forward. And we have all different types of people, don't we, Jimmy? We have everything that we need in people is all there. Do you know? And it's like that's the thing about if they do the currency. Do you know, like what's it called? The IB international, but that IBC,
the UBI, is
it? That currency. Now, supposing that as we go, you know, as AI gets developed, and it just basically sorts everything out for us, and we all have what we need, then everybody can do what they are. People who are artists can be artistic without having to go to work. People who want to do things and drive and push things can drive and push things. People who want to do what can do whatever they want. Maybe we'll get to a place where we can do whatever we want.
That's a really nice kind of idea. The only problem is when you're relying on a government to give you money, you must do whatever they say. And I'm not saying, I'm not going in the vaccine route, but whatever a government says, well, we feed you and we give you this UBI every month. You've got to do this. You've got to comply. You've got to do that. And if you put the wrong post on social media, all right, your UBI has been suspended this month because of a post on Facebook you did. You know, do you get what I'm saying with that?
I agree on that, but it's like we have like now. We can do. You know, we have the power to overthrow any government that we want to, but nobody wants to. Do you know what I mean? No, the majority of people are content right now. I know lots of people are all that, but the government aren't walking down the streets like stomping and banging on doors and drinking people out of houses. I know that what rights do we have that are taken away? I can do whatever I want. Do you know? It's like I don't see this evil government thing that everybody's on. I do. I know that there are corrupt governments and there are corrupt people. People should only allow to be if you want to be a politician, that's all you can be. You can't have any other. They shouldn't have any other interests. Just a politician. You get paid well for it, but you can't have any other sidelines, any other business. You're just a politician. Yeah, I know. Right? Yeah.
Robots killing people. It's miles more fucking fun. I hate politics.
No, I know, but we're talking about.
I really don't know fuck all about it. I don't want to ever know. Like I say, I know somehow they must be doing something right.
But the thing is, though,
I'm way better off than.
But a lot of people go down this Hollywood route of how they see AI in the future.
That's only because it's people writing stories, and it's more interesting.
Exactly. No, that's where it's come from. That's where the movies come from. Stories.
But it is going off a realistic way of what could happen. That's
but it could happen the other way. It could be really idealistic. It could be fantastic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? A good story, but like we said,
your fucking film was that's fucking shit.
But like we said, exactly, like you said,
fuck off was you fucking.
Like you said earlier, though, shit and stuff like that sells. So the story that sells is the evil AI that takes over the world. The film that sells is the evil AI that takes over the world. Not the good AI that we all live peacefully and happily and boringly ever after. So everybody's seen the evil AI film. Everybody's read the book. And now when people think, especially those old bastards, when we think, we go, ooh, AI, just because of old Hollywood and shit like that before. Ooh.
I suppose time will tell. We might have been in a prison camp in 10 years guided by AI, and then we might have to reassess our viewpoints, but I don't know.
Could be. We don't know what's coming. Maybe this is coming.
At least you owe me 50 quid, was.
Why do I owe you 50 quid?
Because I said robots are cunts.
So why do I owe you 50 quid for saying that?
We had a bet earlier on. I said, I bet all that'll happen. I'll bet you 50 quid.
Yeah, but in 2050, I'm going to be 80. Can you imagine being 80? How old are you now, Jimmy?
They might have built you a bionic fucking body like Steve Austin, you know, like with those.
But would they wouldn't waste it on an 80-year-old me, though, would they?
You wouldn't matter. You'd have all that brand new joints and fucking stuff, and you know, reborn and all that.
That could be good, that though. Can you imagine having all that? Well, we can. I wish to sort my eyes out. My eyes are starting to go shit.
Let's go to the extreme good of what possibly could happen. Imagine we go to our bodies are back to being perfect. Our eyesight's back again. We've learnt all the mistakes we've made and all that. There's lots of saws. I'm saws. Yeah, we're equally saws. We never blew each other up. This is brilliant. This, isn't it? Fucking zooming around, doing all God knows we can do.
Yeah, but Steve, there'd be no children.
And I go, here's that 50 quid.
Yeah, but there'd be no children, though, Steve, would there? If we all get to this page where we're immortal and we don't die, then there's no need to procreate. Is there? No point in having kids, is there?
Yeah, but we can go into that little door somewhere where this is the door of children. Hey,
Jimmy Savile's there.
I say you get rid of paedophiles. All that's another good, wouldn't it? So we become immortal, right? And then we don't need to have kids anymore. No more paedophiles. See?
You have robophiles.
What would they do? No, let's not go there.
Very deep tonight. We were just talking about robot paedophiles, Louise. I wouldn't say that's. Oh, wait on. I'm missing out on chat here. What's going on here? Whoa, they're all on here. What's Lord Rothschild about? You cannot beat the Illuminati. All we have to do is ration toilet paper and you all crumble like a pack of smashed bourbon biscuits.
It's true, you know.
Fucking true.
Do you know like the law of attraction manifestation? Check this out, right? This is what the elites do. They put out an intention. For example, they put out about a fuel shortage, which there isn't. Now, everybody loses the fucking minds, and when the toilet roll thing, everybody lost the fucking minds, and all they do is sit back, put something out as an intention, and everybody else manifests it into a real thing, and they've been doing that for thousands of years. The people who run the world.
Do you really think there's a big group of people going?
Of course there is.
Why? Why is there a group of people doing
There's not one group. There's not one group that runs the show. Why do you have secret Bilderberg meetings and G7 summits and things like that, and what people are privy to? You know.
Well, because is it not because that they make deals with each other?
Yeah, but shouldn't the populace be privy to that information?
Have you seen the populace, Jimmy? Jimmy, have you seen the fucking populace? Do you know them that were running out because the news said there's a few forecourts down here and they haven't got any petrol, and then everybody went, "There's no petrol." And they said, "No, they didn't say that." They didn't say that.
Most people are fucking thick. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The majority of people. Sorry, I'm a bit fucking dense.
No, don't apologise. They are. They're absolute morons.
BBC News go, really? Really? No.
Yeah, but they didn't. To be fair to the news, I saw it on Monday morning, and
Phil
it said
McCann, this Phil McCann thing. Have you heard about it? There was a fucking. There was apparently the news reporter. He reported on the fucking petrol shortage. His name was Phil McCann.
Oh,
Google it. Look, go tell me that. Some of these little know in chat.
Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that.
That's a joke.
They're taking the fucking piss.
Come on, Steve. Steve, put it up, Steve. Put it up, Steve.
Google it. That's some of these lot.
All right.
You don't believe me, do you?
I'm going to find out now. Let's have a look.
No,
I'm not having it. Fuck. I'm not having that. Come on. I'm prepared to be publicly humiliated. If this story doesn't exist, I'm prepared to
Right, was you trying to find it? Was you?
I am. I'm doing it now.
Give me one of these. We have to have one of these. Oh, fuck off, Jimmy.
Anybody in the comments?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
I used to work with a Scottish bricklayer called Phil McCavity.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, he started it.
Let's have a look. Is this true? Hold on. I'm actually playing. Is this actually a video? No, they're not showing the video, are they? See, let's have a look. They're not showing the video here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see if we can watch the video.
Right, Jimmy, there's no fucking way that is true.
Right, okay. I'm fucking looking at my phone now.
Yeah, let's have a look. Is it true? Let's have a look.
BBC News, right? Go to Google, type in Phil McCann with 2 C's.
Yeah, no, I've got that.
I don't doubt the story's true, but the origins of it is not true. So we could make a BBC official Sky, but it doesn't mean it's true. Right, that 50 quid, Jimmy, that 50 quid that was owes me for AI taking over the world, killing everyone. I'll give it to you if you can prove that's true. And then we'll give it to...
I'll tell you what, let's try and find Phil McCann. Let's have a look. I know to this. Phil McCann, BBC, and he should be on something else.
Did you see that? No.
Sorry, go on. Let's see if he's on something. I want to see him on a different story.
Yes, let's find out what... So, Phil McCann is a reporter.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find out.
Let's find the history. I can't believe I'm going to fuck myself off. I'm fucking...
Carlos has agreed with me.
Those viral. I mean, they might just... I don't know.
They're taking the piss out of everybody, aren't they?
Yeah, but why can't I see anything else that he's done?
Like, no, it's actually on BBC News, isn't it? So
so he must have reported on something else.
They sell it fucking well. No, it's on Sky News. It's on CNN. It can't be. No, the whole thing's made up. Like you say, find out who Phil McCann is. If he's done this report, he's reported for other stuff. He hasn't just appeared.
I can't find any other...
BBC News hasn't gone, right, who do we need to report this? Hey, get that fella's called Phil McCann. That'd be funny as fuck. He's never done anything else, but let's get him on for this.
Yeah, I can't find any other stuff that Phil McCann's done.
Well, like the BBC just taking the piss.
No, it's somebody making it up that they make it looks like it's been on the BBC.
But if the BBC, if it's on the BBC news site about the story.
Oh, right. I know what you're saying. If it's on the actual full-on BBC,
I mean, look, sometimes there are some names that are just like, you know.
And The Guardian, it's in the Guardian.com. What's in a name? Phil McCann lightens the nation's mood, and a picture of Phil McCann at the petrol station.
I mean, a big part of me wants to be true, but
I mean, no, but it could be. I mean, it might just be an unfortunate name.
We're back into skepticism.
Skepticism, yeah, we're there again, aren't we? Yeah. But it might, it might be. But I mean, it wasn't a cunning plan. There's no way that somebody said, "Hang on, send Phil McCann out there. That's going to be well for me." They might have just said, "Phil, go and do that with you," and then thought nothing of it. And then it turns out he's called Phil McCann.
Ask Lord Rothschild in the comments section. He knows everything.
He says they're not only thick, they suffer from cognitive dissonance. That's the people that we're on about, obviously.
Did you actually know that Mr. Burns in The Simpsons is based after Lord Rothschild?
Yeah. He's a fucking very good sarcastic twat. He gives me some shit, you know.
He does it.
He's based on Lord Rothschild, Jacob Rothschild, Mr. Burns in The Simpsons.
He's really got it in for Steve. He's always on Steve's big star.
He's quite funny though, isn't he?
He is. He's really funny.
He comes on my channel and he's quite a witty soul.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I think he's a cunt.
That's who a troll should be. That's the kind of troll I like.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
No, just like, but nonce.
Do you know? I don't know whether it's because we only have like 15 viewers, but we do get very few trolls here. I
haven't seen a genuine troll for
ages. No, I think they've left us alone. But like I said, we only get about.
You can't be taking the piss out of other people and yourself. And Lord Rothschild is a brilliant example of it.
He is. We also have Gola Shorts as well. I like Gola Shorts. He's really funny as well.
Did you ever get Liam Carty? And he's good.
No.
I think he has been on.
Have we?
I'm not sure. I definitely know his name from yours.
He started as a troll on me, and I defeated him with love.
That's the best way.
And, I used to be a troll whisperer, but sometimes you've not paid. Some people are beyond redemption, aren't they? Kind of thing. They're too far gone, aren't they? You can't win with them all, can you?
I always like that with bullies at work. Whenever you get bullies at work, I always go for the hug. Right, you need a hug, don't you? Well, what? Give us a hug.
Yeah,
right? Give us a hug. Come on, hug me. And I'll chase them running around all over the show, getting them to hug me. And it totally works. Speaking
of hugs, you're meant to have so many hugs a day, aren't you, as a human? Have you heard about this?
No, don't do it.
8 to 12 hugs a day. It cures depression.
Oh, it definitely does. That's a good hug, doesn't it? When somebody's really nice with you and go, "How you doing, mate?" Or a good it's warming.
I don't like hugs. I'm not a touchy person.
Oh, that's weird.
No, I don't like hugs. No, I'm like the arms outside like that. Right, when's this going to be over with?
I know what Waz does. He goes over the top. He does like a massive bear hug. And I
used to do that. Do you know, I forgot about that.
You've done.
I forgot about that. I used to. I thought, I haven't done that for you.
Awkward, like a normal cuddle, like a "How you doing?" He goes into I'll just grab him and shake him round.
I know. It's do you remember?
Going, what the fuck happened there?
Do you remember the thing off Friends, weren't it, with Chandler? When every time he did something, he had to make a funny noise or something like that. That's totally me. That I can't deal with. He couldn't deal with your affection, could he, or something like that? So he always had to make some comedy moment out of it. And that's what I get like. When something's like bad news or something like that, or something's really sad, and I get, oh shit. So I always have to try and make something funny, just to I don't know, lighten the mood, or I just get really awkward. What's this? You ever had a crinkle? On or the crying man, proper troll? Oh right. Crinkle on or a crying man, proper. Oh, I don't know. We don't do with trolls. Fuck trolls.
Don't think so.
No, we're not talking about trolls because it attracts trolls. If you say troll enough, it'll come.
Yeah, it is. I mean, just bringing it up really is a bit.
What's this? Well, we on about nonsense. Was it Stuart? Was that my uncle was Rolf on deck?
Yeah, it was me. Hey, where was that, Mark?
On Decker's chat. Who's Decker?
Can I talk about something really deep?
Oh, yeah.
Go for it, Jimmy.
Fucking really deep that you probably think, fuck off.
No, go on.
Right. It's just about language and the power of intent and how we speak to each other and how we speak to ourselves is fundamentally important for like creating our own. We kind of will our own reality with how we speak, not only to each other, but to ourselves. You know, everybody says, oh, I'm a bit of a dickhead. I'm shit at that, me. And when you're programming, you're kind of programming yourself through your subconscious, because with everything you say in your conscious mind, your subconscious acts it out kind of thing. But building on this with the manifestation, law of attraction, willing things on. The friend, he's moved over to England recently, and he's into the occult. And he did a blood magic ritual on himself he wrote his intention down, and then he cut himself and put the blood over the intention. And how he explained it, he said it's the electromagnetic charge of the blood causes a glitch in the matrix.
Did it work for him?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
What do you mean? Did it work for him? Yeah.
Because did he get what he wanted? You know what I mean? Did it work? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Now, whether you break it down to that being part of a ritual that reinforces your own belief in things are going to be okay.
That's exactly what it does. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, what it does. That's the pure power of positive thinking, and it's all them little things helping to get your goal.
Yeah.
But doesn't it mean any of them things that you do, it was because of that or this and that? But it's all about the power of thought. That definitely 100% works.
Yeah, but I mean, it does. I mean, you also remember the time when it works. A lot of times you don't remember the time that it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's totally true as well.
Then, you always remember that, don't you? And it's like say, when the way you talk. See, when people are talking, when people are interacting, you always want that person in the subconscious kind of way want to act the way you want them to act, don't you? You try and manipulate them through the way you talk and stuff like that. It's like when you say, "I'm never going to get that," you're kind of like wishing it upon yourself, aren't you? By saying that, do you know what I mean? And it's like,
you know what, as well, you have to be very careful. The old saying, "Be careful what you wish for." And another example. It was kind of, I think you can manifest things without intentionally manifesting them. And my friend, I won't tell you his job, it wasn't that important, but he had a job and he was doing all right. And he just thought, I'm sick of this job. I wish something could happen where I can just not have to work again. And he had an aneurysm on his brain, and he's never worked since. No, I know it's mad as fuck. No, I know it's mad as fuck, but it's never worked since. It's not a joke, even. It's just
now back to AI. This is where AI won't have these emotional things where that isn't part of that problem. The emotional side of us of getting A to B or to getting a job done. The emotion, what we all have.
Yeah,
we don't have to do all these things to build us up and whatever, unless us do all that. No, that isn't even an issue for a higher intelligence. Again, because we're thick as fuck.
Oh no, but that all goes back from being animals. Animals do all that. You have to accept what we are. We're still like animals in a way, and animals have all these kind of daft rituals and stuff like that, don't they? And the way they all act and everything.
I don't think. Well, they don't have rituals.
No, not rituals, but you mean like the ways of being like dogs and all that lot. Then when they lie on their backs and stuff, and then they'll do things, to coerce and So that we are animals, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're never going to get rid of that. Well, not for a long, long time, anyway. So yeah, what are we going to do? What are we going to chat? Have you upset Clint, Jimmy? Jimmy, have you upset Clint?
AI-free Maltesers. The technological way to enjoy chocolate. Mark Harris, I like Liam Carter. Yeah, I like Liam Carter. I was just pointing out that he started as a troll, but he trolls sometimes. But he's very playful. He's not nasty.
No, I think you're getting the wrong end of the stick there, was with what Clint's saying.
Jimmy, you finally going to explain what you mean when you said a friend of my enemy is my enemy?
I don't want to, Clint. This is not in the sphere of this conversation.
All right, then maybe.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, it's right then. Sorry, Jimmy, I didn't know what we're going on with that, but it's right anyway. Yeah, no sound. But no, it's like I say, I am positive. I'm on the positive, me. I think. I mean, I know the possibilities, but I'm on the positive, and I think we have to be to go forward. You know, and we have to. Then you can still have everything you want in the life that you want, but I mean, it'll just get better. I think life has been constantly getting better ever since I was a kid. It's been getting better.
Can we not be sure though that you've not been assassinated and replaced by an AI clone to promote AI?
Well, I don't know how you can come to that conclusion. Right, guys, that's me. I'm off to bed because I'm up at 5
Good night. God bless everybody.
Jimmy, thanks for coming on. That was ace. We love when you come on, Jimmy.
Boys. God bless.
I'm just saying, we're not here next Saturday because I'm away at Stiff Little Fingers gig.
You mean you're an artist then? You can't come on to your Stiff Fingers.
Yeah, it's got show me your claw.
Should we delve into consciousness on next Wednesday?
That's a good one. You want to come aboard, Jimmy, for that? We'd like you coming aboard for that. You fancy coming aboard?
I don't want to be please a crowd and all that kind of thing.
No, it's all right. We do well for not talking over each other.
Yeah. Then it adds another input there, Jimmy, and it's really good. I enjoy it.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go now, boys. Good night. God bless and good
night, Rod. Good night, Jimmy. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming on, pal. He's wise to you.
You're thinking you.
Right, folks.
Everyone. So we'll see you.
Thanks for that. Wednesday. So next Wednesday, no show on Saturday.
Consciousness.
Think about